Lejon, OL, fall from grace, Lyon, whichever one you want to go with. It's a sad decline for this team right now. Right now, Lyon are sat in 13th place in Ligue 1. Yes, 13th place. This side is known for finishing top 4 every single season, and over the last 6 years, they've been managing to find themselves between 3rd and 4th, and even in the 2015-16 season, finished 2nd behind PSG. Since then to now, I don't know what's going on. The team is just suffering. It's getting ripped apart, of course. You know, most recently they lost Memphis Depay. Over the years they've lost players like Ben Arfa and Benzema. Griezmann was even in their academy. It's just something needs to happen for this team. We just need a bit more for this team, and that's where young Sasuke, young Wolf, Jemington, Spectacles Wolf enters through the training center and takes over this club as the new manager. We're going to realistically rebuild this team and try and do things the Lyon way, as well as making this a very exciting rebuild, bringing back some old familiar faces. I do want to sign young players and build them up, as well as trying to heighten a few careers within the team like Paqueta and Aouar and even Cherki, who is a young left midfielder on the bench. If you do go on to enjoy this rebuild, make sure you do drop a like on the video, and of course subscribe if you're new around here, as we will be doing more rebuilds moving forward. And also in the comment section down below, let me know what team you'd like me to rebuild next in the future. But without further ado, let's get into this, because this team needs me. For the sake of this midfield, I needed to keep the 4-2-3-1 just to keep Paqueta, Aouar and Guimaraes. Our three of y'all need to be in this team. There's no way I could leave Aouar on the bench or play him left mid, and there's no way I could play Paqueta right mid. Paqueta is a cam, Aouar is a cam / centre midfielder, and Guimaraes is a central midfielder / CDM. Them all need to be in the team. This transfer low-key went under the radar. I didn't even know man played for Lyon. I'm happy to see him here because we need him. Definitely need to fix the fullback position. We've got Emerson, who goes back to Chelsea at the end of the season, and then we've got the boys as the starting right back, who I'm going to drop as the backup right back eventually and sign a better right back option that can be here for the long term, you know, not just for the short term as the boys kind of is. He's not old, but he's not great, you know what I'm saying? The issue with this team, man, there's so many talented central midfielders. You've got Quackeret here, who could be something very special. 79 at 21 years of age. Guimaraes, Mendes, who's like the more experienced CDM. You've got Diop, who's 23. He's not old by any means, but it's still got room for development. If we keep scrolling down here, you've got Paqueta, you've got Aouar. It's a very, very beautiful midfield when you look at it. So there is going to be some shifting around. Tino Quadrari is going to be retrained as a striker, as that is one of his positions. We're going to be retraining him from a right mid to a striker. We're going to be retraining Ryan Cherki as well from a right mid to a left mid. He's actually known as a left mid, so I don't know why he's down as a right mid. Typical EA. We're retraining Houssem Aouar from a cam to a central midfield, obviously for obvious reasons. And we're also retraining Carl Toko Ekambi as a striker from left mid. I just need some better backup striker option card. Don't have that yet. And we've also retrained Rain Adelaney, I think that's how you say his name, from centre midfield to left midfield. I always thought he was a left midfield anyway, but again, this might just be typical EA. All my football knowledge is dead food. Can't let Donny spend his years at Newcastle, and no disrespect, I just can't let Donny do that to himself. Had to bring in Alan St. Max, you get me? Max Amino, get me? Max Settings is in the building. Spent some time here from 2008 to 2012. Lloris is back in the building for 11.7 million plus Julian Polishbeck. He went to Spurs. Listen, I had to do it. Had to bring back the ledge. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's kind of being out of favoured. And no, I just wanted to bring him back. Shevchenko 2.0. Don't mind if I do. So this is what we got going on for season 1. This is the starting 11. Dembele up top. St. Max Settings on the left. Paqueta and Cam Shaqiri on the right. Guimaraes and Aouar in midfield. We've got Emerson left back. Boateng, Denea and the boys fill up the back four with Lloris in between the sticks. On the bench, we've got Ekambi, Rain Adelaide, Cherki, Diop, Quackeret, Gusto and Lopez. And then we do have a second team as well. I don't know, of course, if I'm going to be using the second team because we're going to be simulating for the entire season, but it's there anyway, just in case, you know, them ones there, in case I want to knock them out off and talk about some, I want to play some more. Shut up, because you're in the second team, bro. We've got Camby starting up top. We've got Rain Adelaide on the left. Our new cam, get me, Shevchenko 2.0 from the academy. Yeah, he's starting. Cherky on the right, the Diop Kakare in midfield, Henrique left back, Lukeba and Diamande Gusto fill up the back four with Lopez in between the sticks. Yeah, man. Yeah. I did turn this off to start this rebuild, but for whatever reason, every time I turn off European competitions, it always seems to stay back on, so I'm gonna just leave it moving forward. But we are in Group C in the Europa League with PSV, Salzburg and Lega Warsaw. That is a very tough group, not gonna lie to you. It's January and they call me Wolf Guardiola for a reason. First on the table with 44 points, only one loss in the season so far, and that was against Monaco. If you want, PSG are in 4th place. I don't know what Pochettino's doing, but I know Pochettino ain't there no more. And we successfully cruised through Group C with no losses, 3 wins, 3 draws with 12 points. Ah yeah, Marcelo gone, Vogel gone, Slimani, well actually he gone but he coming back at the end of next season. Slimani gone, Bacola, yeah again same thing, he's coming back at the end of next season. The Silva gone. The window's closed and I was window shopping like 50 cents. There was no reason for me to make any more signings, so we just kept it moving. I know it's not the Barcelona of old, but how the freak do we get pulled up against Barcelona in the round of 16 in the Europa League? Why are Man City there? So somehow we won 2-0 on the first leg. I'ma still use this. I've been using the second team for every single cup game so far this season, and I'm gonna continue to do that. I even used the second team against Barcelona in the first leg, so I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm Wolf Guardiola, you get me? I don't lose. We're not losing. We don't lose. Bruh. Lord have mercy upon my soul. Wow. It's pretty much the end of season 1, and I do think even if we lose the next 2 league games, we are champions. I don't know how we've managed. I know how we managed to pull it off because PSG were dead food. It's a semi-final of the Coupe Nationale. Yeah, against Stade Rennais. This team isn't as they got Saint Justy or just whatever. We still won. You get me? Second team Wolf in the building. These are our highest potential players that we added to our youth academy. We've got Lucien Hervé here, a CDM, 17 years old, 68 overall, promoting him to the first team. I'm not gonna do too many, but then we do have Leon Leblond, Robin Loiseu, flipping hell, William Jeffrey, I can say that one, William Jeffrey, and Elliot, long day. It is the Coupe Nationale final against Strasbourg. We're going to be using the first team here. We're going to get this win because this is what we do, you get me? Lord have mercy, 2 trophies in one season, the first season, the Coupe Nationale and the Ligue 1. Wolf Guardiola at its finest. So, oh, the League 1 title, 91 points. This team was on smoke. Despite their terrible season, Mr. Pochettino won the won the Champions League trophy. That's crazy. The Europa League final was an all-English final. Man City beat Leicester City 3-2. That must have been some game. We got knocked out the round of 16, so we not make it there yet. Soon, though. Neymar Jr., 29 goals in 38 games, gets the top goal scorer of Ligue 1. Paqueta, the Brazilian link up at the top there, 24 in 37. Milic from Marseille, 20 in 37. And Dembele with 18 in 35. Claude Maurice with 16 in 38. Team is looking very nice. At the end of season 2, Paqueta 86 overall, max settings 83 overall, Dembele up to an 82 overall, even Shaqiri at 30 is 80 overall, our 82, Guimaraes 84, Dene has gone up to 82, and the boys and Emerson both level on 79, and those will be the positions that I'm definitely looking to strengthen in the summer transfer window. The boys is probably going to turn into the backup right back, and Emerson is going back to Chelsea, so we definitely need a new left back. Boateng is starting to decline like my Bitcoin status, so I'm gonna need to get a new backup centre back as well, someone that can eventually overtake Boateng in the starting 11. 89 million for a League 1 team. I hear it. I like it. Let's start season 2. Yeah. Okay, they do it for me, so no, stop. Hey, Borja Sosa is in the building. We signed him for 28 million. He's going to be our starting left back. He underrated, man. If you watch the Bundesliga, you know what this guy can do. For 24 million on the right-hand side, we signed Dodo from Shakhtar Donetsk. adding that Brazilian flair to let on, you know, them like they not them Brazilians. So we're just keeping up with the tradition here in the club. Akambi has left the building for 27.9 million, considering he was only in the second team. That's a lot of money, especially as a 29-year-old as well. That's cute. Even Ndix has joined for 40 million from Valencia, French centre-half who's doing bits right now for Frankfurt in real life. And it's funny because Jerome Boateng went to Valencia before I even made this transfer for Ndix. So they've got, they thought, you know what I'm saying, they had 2 quality centre-backs, now they only got 1. Paqueta, one of the best cams in the world in this career mode, has moved to Liverpool, and it's just one of them transfer fees that we're gonna find it hard to say no to, you know what I'm saying? I go, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? That's tough. A Brazilian leaves and a Brazilian joins. Marcus Antonio from Shakhtar Donetsk. This is how our lineup looks for season 2. It's tough to lose Paqueta the way we did, but 176 million euros, I'm sure you'd say yes to. Dembele up top still, St. Maximin on the left, max settings. Auer has now moved to cam and I'm retraining him back to cam so we can get his cam attributes up as well. I had an offer for Shaqiri and I rejected it because he's actually doing well. I don't see the reason to sell him when there's no one I would want on that right hand side, and then no one I feel like could replace him right now after what he did last season. And if you remember, we put Cacaret in the second team last season and I've moved him to the first team this season because he's overtaken certain Donnies. But I decided to move Auer up into cam and put Cacaret in midfield alongside Guimaraes. Sosa is being retrained to a left back as we speak, and then we have got Marcus Antonio in the second team, just like we did with Cacaret, and we're going to be using the second team more so in cup games. I don't know about the Champions League because that's a competition that I'd like to win at some point, but everything else pretty much remains the same. No changes in the second team as of yet. Very tough group in the Champions League: Borussia Dortmund, Lazio and Young Boys. Halfway through season 2 and the league's looking a bit iffy. From time you're competing with Montpellier and Stade Brestois, that's tough. When I say just made it out of the Champions League, the man who started his career out at Lyon is now back. He moved to Athletic Bilbao from Nice and now he is back in Ligue 1 with us for 65.9 million. I'll explain why in a sec. Dembele has left the building. He weren't really doing nothing in the team.
There ain't really much out there.
I can't lie, he was just up top to be up top. You know the ones there where you text your girl that you are the striker for a certain team? That's all he was doing. He weren't really adding no contribution, man. Dead food. 64.5 mil. Listen, we sold and we replaced. That's what we do. A very poo-poo season, if I do say so myself, man. 70 points is all we managed to get after getting 91 in season 1 with hardly any transfers done. PSG topped the table with 83. I mean, a comeback was on and I feel like we could have potentially gotten the title back, but I don't know, man. Life without Paqueta was just showing on full force. We put on a good display in the Champions League against Spurs, beating them 5-3 on aggregate. In the quarterfinals, we faced off against Ajax, beating them 5-4 on aggregate. And we got to the semi-finals where we lost 5-4 on penalties. So we actually put on a very good showing in the Champions League, sort of what Ajax did, I believe, in the 18-19 seasons. I mean, you can just see for yourself that we are lacking in goals, man. Top goal scorer for the league was our cam again. Houssem Aouar, 14 goals in 32 games, not good enough. At St. Maximin, max settings, had 10 goals in 35 off the wing. Bruno Guimaraes, our CDM, even had 8 goals in 30 games. And Amin, who joined us in the January transfer window, had 11 appearances, 7 goals. So if he can do 7 in 11, I feel like he might be in for a good full season next year. This is how the team looks now at the end of season 2. Guimaraes is now an 85 overall. Cacaret is 86. Houssem Aouar an 84, growing very slowly. St. Maximin has actually outgrown his, what they say is his locked potential, which is 85. He's now an 86. Shaqiri is actually growing as he gets older, sort of like Milner, getting better as he gets older. 31, he's an 82 overall now. Du Bois is at an 80, steady 80. Sosa's gone up to an 80 since he signed. And Dick is now an 83 alongside Denea, and Lloris is slowly declining down to an 84. The goalkeeper position is something that I'm going to have to take a look at next season. At this point in season 3, if you had 231 million in your bank account, you just try and do anything and everything you can to just take back that title, wouldn't you? We ain't wasting time like Brent Faiyaz. We are deep in there. We have brought him back. Apparently, Antoine, correct me if I'm wrong, Antoine Griezmann apparently was in Lyon's academy. Apparently, something like that.
Someone said it, innit? Not me, innit?
So, if that story is true, Donny's back home, innit? 32 years of age, he is a striker. We were training him to the right mid position, and he's sadly going to replace Shaqiri. But I weren't really getting too much from Shaq, you get me? But he was improving, but I weren't getting much in the numbers. So maybe that's what Antoine can bring in with his clinical finishing. We have lost Anthony Lopez to Borussia Dortmund for 18 million, but Cacaret actually had a release clause installed in his new contract, which Liverpool activated 141 million. We've heightened another player's career, and he's left us. Cooper Troops in the building. 65 million euros is the replacement for Cacaret. I am a big fan of Coop Miners, aka Cooper Troops, so I'm hopeful this man can do the business in midfield. New keeper in the building, Ilan Meisler from Leeds United has joined us for 51.4 million. We've made it to January season 3 and we are top of the table with 47 points. PSG trying to sneak. We just made it out of our group. Look at the points, 765. We just made it on the last day against PSV. And then we get drawn against Real Madrid in the round of 16. I can't be bothered. But anyway, Griezmann is up there, 10 and 18. That's what I wanted to see when I signed Donny. Saint Maximin, 5 assists and 17. That's what I like to see. Our 5 and 18. That's what I like to be seeing. Squad is looking beautiful, if I do say so myself. Denea, I think, is an 83 still. But Ndicka is pause on his name again. But he's growing nicely, pause. 85. Sosa is not developing as I had expected him to. Saint Maximin has gone past his potential drastically. He's meant to only reach an 85 and now he's an 88 plus 3. Guri improving nicely, 84. Griezmann still an 85. Coop Miner's gone up to 85. Ours now an 87. Dodo's gone up to an 82. And then we've moved Meisler out for Lloris, and now he's up to an 84. So the team is looking quite nice. I am not gonna lie to you, I've taken a few days from recording this. This has been a week's process. I'm not gonna lie, this whole situation, I've recorded this for a week and I completely forgot that I lost my star centre back in Denea, and now we are left with Diomande because I didn't get a replacement at the end of the January transfer window. I was telling myself, you need to get something. There's a position missing. You're not focusing. There's a position missing. And then as soon as we got past deadline day, it hit me. Oh my gosh, you've lost a centre back. Can't replace him. It's tough. We're left with Diomande, but he's not bad, to be fair. Like, he's getting better and he's still very, very young as well. So who knows? He might reach an 80 by the end of the season. It is pretty much the end of the season and there's one game to be played. We are against SB and PSG are away against AS Monaco. AS Monaco could do us a big favor and we could win the league because I don't see us losing against SB even if we're away. It's crazy how the season has turned out, but this is what it is, man. The final of the Coupe Nationale will be held against Strasbourg and AS Monaco. That's it. I do it. With young Sasuke, I know the transfer, the tactics. You get me? Beating beat Real Madrid 4-3 on aggregate in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, we beat Atletico Madrid 3-2, knocked Spain out of the Champions League cleanly. In the semi-finals, we beat Liverpool 4-3 on aggregate. Very, very tense. And now it's an all-French final. You couldn't have written this more perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have done this. PSG against Lyon. So imagine we lose the league. This at least will give us redemption, which I will be playing this game against PSG where we can win the Champions League against them. I think through all of this, what I realized I was really missing was the shooters. I mean, I know Guri did get 17 and 35, and that is very, very good. We also got Griezmann on there as well, 13 and 33. But we were definitely missing shooters in terms of people that can get us the goals that we need. But shout out to the assists though. Saint Maximin and our both 7 in 34 goals. I wish they were 17. And big ups to Meisler as well. 8 clean sheets in 28 games for Lyon. Big him up. It is that final game that we have just spoken about. Lyon against Strades Brestois. We do win 4-1. Is he injured or did he miss a penalty? I think he missed a penalty. Monaco couldn't do us the favor. That's tough, man. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I did. Get me. Coupe National and Ligue 1. We did win that in the 21-22 season. So this is weird. I don't know what's going on. But every time I go to team management and I try to swap out Sosa, who's got a red card and been suspended, it comes up with this message. One of the players was ejected from the match and cannot be substituted. But the match hasn't started. So why can I not sub him out? The Champions League final being played at Old Trafford. Yeah, Old Trafford. PSG versus OL. An all-French final. I mean, I guess this puts Ligue 1 on the map, innit? I guess people can't come with the same stereotypical answer talking about some Ligue 1 ain't that league, you get me? So this would be one of them seasons where Ligue 1 would have some flaunting powers. But I just can't wait to use St. Max and me, though. You see, Donny, 88 overall. Get me? Look at this team we have built. I mean, it's not completed. If I went for another season, I definitely would have signed another centre-back and potentially another striker because I don't know what we need to do, but the strikers weren't striking. Look at Saint. Look at Saint. Look at Saint. Look at Saint. He's off. There's no way you keep him on. Oh, Messi. Oh, he flip-flapped me. Royce flip-flapped me. Oh, my day. Oh, Royce. Royce, stop that. Marco Royce. Stop that. Oh, oh. Oh, they spun me. Mbappé don't. No, Mbappé, you don't do that because Messi doesn't win headers. He's not that guy. There's possibilities here. Oh, that's a whippy. There's possibilities here. Oh, Diomande. Oh, they messed up. They messed up. Aouar ain't got the pace though. Aouar does. Aouar does. Aouar does. Aouar does. Aouar. Oh, no, the rebound. Oh, why didn't I not square it? Oh, Guri. Guri's few. I said few. Guri's few. I can't talk. Guri! Yes! Hey! Oh, it's Cooper Troops. It's Cooper Troops. Oh, to Guri. I'll try to give it to. Oh, ripped him! What a rip! What a goal! Oh my God! What a! That's probably one of the best goals scored on FIFA 22 for me that I've scored. My goodness, spun him again, and then from that angle. Oh, no. Oh, Aouar with the touch. Nah, he's through. Aouar's through. You might as well just take it by yourself. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, we've given the ball back straight to Messi. What a goal. You just don't give him any space. You don't. Bringing on Reed and Delaney. I don't know how to say his name, but he's on. St. Max. Finish it. Reed and Delaney. Come on. Just put him on. That's that super sub. You get me? That's Sir Alex Ferguson. You get me? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, Royce was done in the dance. Messi had a good finish. You get me? Guri cut loose. That goal was the best goal I've scored on the channel so far for FIFA 22. And Reed and Delaney come on and the super sub and gets the win. A success. But we are the Champions League winners. We lost out, you know. PSG got the Ligue 1 title, but then we came to the Champions League where it mattered the most, and we got that title. An all-French final, and Lyon are the champions of Europe. One final look at this team, man. He wasn't even an 88. We got him to an 89 overall. Saint Maximin flew past his restricted potential. I was expecting him to grow a bit more. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting him to also play a bit better, which he, to be fair, he didn't play. It wasn't bad, but I was expecting him to get to like a 90. I can't lie. Grimares, yeah, looks good. Didn't feel great in game though. Koopmeiners feels really good in game. Played really well. Griezmann, 85, still played like an 88, 89. Sosa, as I said, is the problem. This is where I would have changed. This is where I would have made a signing. Sorry, I would have definitely brought in a new left back and probably used him as a backup. And I would have signed another centre back as well, and probably a new striker. But I don't know. After that goal Amine Guri scored, it was mad. I didn't get to use much of these guys on the bench. You know, Lloris is still here, 80 overall, bringing him back. I mean, he's still shining in the 80s. The boys is there as well. Mendes still kept him, still kept Diop. Shaqiri, I still kept him. You know, most of these guys I could have sold, but as I said, realistic. I wanted to keep it quite realistic. Cherky is still there, and it's quite unfortunate with Cherky because, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my delivery driver. Cherky could have easily slotted into the first team, and I could have grown him even more. But you know, another rebuild, we can sign him and develop him even more. But yeah, man. Fantastic ending to this rebuild, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys for a next one. Take care of yourselves. Peace.